Hey guys, Adam from Luxury Auto. I had a customer ask a question about the iDrive 7 heads-up display and what kind of options and stuff that you can adjust on it. So I grabbed a 5 Series. This is a 2023, and it should be the same for your system as well, because as far as I'm aware, the iDrive 7 is very similar across the board. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, I'm going to go all the way out here, okay? So this should be your standard screen right here. Okay, I had to go hands-free here, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down to car right here, and then you're going to want to go to settings, and then you'll probably be right here. You're going to want to go over to displays, and then you're going to select heads-up display. Now, the heads-up display has a ton of different options here, okay? But what you're going to see is their first option is going to be heads-up display with the check mark. If you uncheck mark that, then you will have no heads-up display. Kind of self-explanatory, right? So if we check that, I have it set right now to where the only thing that shows up is just the miles per hour, and that's it. Now you can adjust your brightness in here. So you just would select it, and then you would go all the way up. We'll go back to middle here. If you're a taller person, then maybe you would want the height adjusted. Maybe you would want it rotated a little bit. So what that does is it kind of like tilts it a little bit side to side. If you want navigation to show up, then you would check this box. So when you have the car's built-in navigation giving you direction somewhere, it would show up there. Now, here's where it gets kind of tricky, because there is a lot of different options here. And if you want to make it very, very simple, like I wanted to have reduced height. So what it does is your box could be like this big, right? And it just reduces it down to this big. So then you have less information up there. But for the speed limit stuff, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to just do speed limits off. And that's just going to remove all your speed limit signs and everything like that. Now, if you want to, you can have it to where you can adjust it manually, or you can show the current limit. You know, maybe if you pass by a sign, you want to know what the speed limit there was. But there's just a ton of options in here that you could do. So adjust speed limits. I think what this is when you set cruise control, you can have it bump up by 1 mile per hour, 2 miles per hour, or you can have it bump up by 5 miles per hour at a time. It's just totally up to you on what you want to do there. You can go all the way up to 10, it looks like. So we're going to go back. I'm not sure what the second adjustment up to 40 miles per hour does, but this one's kind of nice. So what this would do is it would read, say you're in a 45 mile an hour zone and you've set the cruise control for whatever reason, and then the next speed limit is 65 miles an hour. Well, then it would speed up to the 65 miles an hour. Now the exceeding speed limit one, personally, I would turn this off, where warn about speeding, and it's going to have a red thing here. It's probably going to flash at you after a certain point. Personally, I would turn both of these off, because if I'm going to speed, I'm going to speed. I don't need the car telling me I'm speeding. I know I'm speeding. Adjust distance depending on the situation. That one's kind of interesting. I had to ask one of our BMW guys about that. So what this is if you set your car to be 3 car lengths away from the car in front of you, and you happen to be coming up on them very, very quickly, instead of it braking or deaccelerating extremely hard to maintain that 3 car length distance at all times, what it'll do is it'll actually gradually slow down until you get to like 1 car length away, and then it'll finally match the speed of the vehicle in front of you, and then it'll slowly start to back off again to get you to that 3 car length distance. Really crazy that that is an option here, and it's in the heads-up display, but it is, right? So again, all of this was in the heads-up display. Display infotainment lists in heads-up display. You can have it do it in the instrument panel. Looks like it's in the would be on the right-hand side of your instrument panel, right? Heads-up display, reduced height again is right there. So a lot of different options here. Additional displays, I mean, you're kind of seeing what it would show here. It looks like you could cycle through your different displays. If you wanted the sport display, if you wanted just off, then you don't have anything on there whatsoever, right? So like you can really customize this the way that you want it. hopefully that helps you. Let me know if you have any other questions and or put them in the comments below.